Are we live? Are we live? Another day, another dollar, another day in cryptocurrency, family. Another day in cryptocurrency. We are here. All right, let's make some changes until people get in here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. My lights on. I didn't even have my lights on. My apologies. What we on today? Monetization on. Save. Edit. Monetization. Customization. I gotta put. I definitely gotta put a description here when I get a chance. Customization. Live chat. Live reactions. Alrighty. Cancel. What's the word, family? What we doing? What we doing? We got the FOMC meeting, and I believe in 30 minutes, if it's not already live. I didn't check the time. Y'all let me know in the chat when the FOMC meeting is. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. We lit. We lit, man. All right. That should be good. And let's share this on Twitter here. We're gonna talk some micro caps today, man. We're gonna talk some gaming projects. We're gonna be talking the overall market, what's going on in the overall market, because we need to talk about that as well. What's good, Levi D5? 480p stream, still a thumbs up. I'm on 480 right now. What? I don't know why. My camera should be better than that. I got a mirrorless camera. I paid pretty much for my camera. I don't know why it's only 480. It should be more than that, but I might have to make some adjustments, man. This is a new camera, so I probably got to make some adjustments to my camera and turn up the P on it. What's that? Turn it maybe to 720 or 1080. It should be more than that. But we'll work with what we got. Yeah, cuz this is a pretty expensive camera here, so for it to only be 480p stream, that's kind of weird. Try updating your try updating your your settings. What it do? What it do? T, I can't pronounce that. Mr. 18 days, what's the word, baby? Yes, yesterday too. We here. We here. We ready to go. We got 10 people in here. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Let me move that viewer count. I don't know why it's so far over. Whoop. Let's move that so people can see. We got 10 people up in here. We might have some guests today, man. Depending on if anybody comes on the stream, we might have some guests. That's what I like to hear, man. What are y'all looking at, man? What cryptocurrencies are you buying? We about to be talking about some top cryptocurrencies, and all of that. Mr. 18 days, good to know, man. I don't know what's maybe I gotta update my settings, but again, I'm on a mirrorless camera. I'm not even on a webcam, sir. So I don't know what's really going on with your setup, but hey, it is what it is. We're not here to talk about that though, man. We're here to talk about FOMC, what's going on with cryptocurrency, what top 100 altcoins I'm personally looking at. Of course, you can see at the bottom of the ticker, this is not financial advice. I am just a crypto enthusiast here to explain to you guys my personal journey. All right, so make sure that you like, subscribe. It's your boy Crypto. You already know. You already know Crypto. Quentin Reese. Paul better not give up on Elmo. Nah, I didn't give up on Elmo, man. But you can't really be dropping bullish meme coin videos in an environment that's not bullish. I think we need to understand that. We need to understand where we are currently in the cycle. And right now, family, we're in an accumulation cycle. But stuff is still a little bit awkward in the cryptocurrency space right now because it's boring. There's literally no liquidity. We're still in a macro environment. We're still in quantitative tightening. So my main thing is not getting anybody wrecked on the channel. You know what I'm saying? I can do all type of super degen plays all day. In fact, I just had a one-on-one on the Patreon. We just had our first one-on-one on the Patreon, man. Salute to my boy John. So if you're interested in one-on-ones, man, hit up the Patreon, join the Patreon. I will put the links in the description after the live stream. T says, what do you think about Pepe? I gave my opinion on Pepe. Pepe is at dangerous grounds right now. Pepe is at cold red. I think it will fall a little bit more. The hype is gone. And when you look from the grand scheme of things, Pepe literally only pumped for 1 week. Outside of that week, it's been going down ever since. And I think the stake in the heart for Pepe was the whole situation with Paulie and the FUD that he put out on Pepe. I think it really, really hurt Pepe from a trust factor. You know, with meme coins, we already have, you know, that most of the project is built off speculation. So when you can't trust the devs or you can't trust the teams, that really, really, really makes a difference. Shout out to Quentin Reese. WeCoin, baby. WeCoin, baby. Hey, bro, sorry you couldn't make the stream. It's all good, Dano Crypto. Like I said, man, you can come in on at 2. I plan on having multiple guests today, man. So if you want to, you know, come in a little later, feel free to come in a little later, man. It's no problem with that, man. I know everybody has busy schedules, so I definitely get it. Let's go into some of the market today, though. Let's go into some of the market so we'll see what's happening, because I know y'all tired of looking at me, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go into some of the market. What's going on with the market today? All right, so let's see what we got going on here. Cryptocurrency. Bitcoin still above 27,000 going into the FOMC meeting, which is good because we know that the fun usually doesn't start happening until Jay Powell starts talking, right? We literally don't get the fun until Jay Powell still starts talking. I know 99% of the CME experts here are predicting a pause. 99% of the market here is predicting a pause. So, I mean, it'd be hard to see Jay Powell come out and hit us with a 0.25 when 99% of the market is predicting a pause. So that's something good. If I stay on live stream, if my camera don't die, I'll probably have to switch to my webcam, right? And then we'll probably check out what Jay Powell is saying. But you can see here, Grayscale, they're also predicting a pause as well, man. And you got to understand where we're at inside the cryptocurrency space here. No liquidity historically, right? Historically, if we go to the Bitcoin rainbow chart here, if we go to the Bitcoin rainbow chart, historically we trade sideways going into the halving cycle, right? We usually trade sideways going into the halving cycle, right? And maybe this time is different, but if you go, you know, to every halving cycle, family, we literally trade sideways going into the halving cycle. And you know, as far as bullishness, it's hard to be bullish when on the monthly we're getting some key technicals, right, from a TNA standpoint. So I want the reason that I have the monthly pulled up, family, because we need to know what to expect from the next 3 to 6 months. So we got maybe a week, a couple weeks before we get actually these monthly closings on these candles. So I got right up here the what candles? The Hakahashi candles, because you can see that the DXY has just recently turned bullish, right? It's looking to put in a hopefully we get a lower high here, but if it's bullish and we get a double top, that could spell trouble for the entire cryptocurrency. And why I think a double top for the DXY is on the table, because the DXY here is extremely oversold. We won't get confirmation until 20. So if we get this blue line across this red line above 20, that's confirmation that the DXY could be looking to be a little bit bullish. But, you know, we got to check out the entire market. We can't just go off the DXY. Even on Bitcoin, we got red, I hate that word, Hakiashi candles, but we got red Hakiashi candles. I do have the support here set up at around 17K. Maybe we, you know, drop to 20K. And again, it all depends on this monthly candle here. But you can see here, family, that we also got a bearish cross on the stock RSI as Bitcoin is overbought here on the monthly. So that's two key technicals that's telling us that bearish momentum could possibly be on the way, right? DXY oversold, Bitcoin overbought. So these are monthly charts, okay? So this month, right, the closing of this month is extremely important for the entire cryptocurrency, because this is already a lower high from here And a lot of people are predicting if we put in a lower high on the monthly, we are bound to come back down to the support somewhere around 20K and between 17K and 20K. Bound to come down to the support. Also, if we go here to the tether dominance on the monthly has flipped bullish. These are all negative these are all negative. This is all negative, right? This is bearish. This is bearish. And why a lot of people think that we may have topped out right before the halving cycle. We usually get a nice little pump going into the halving cycle, then we topped out. You can see here these candles, Hakiashi candles, are bullish. We are oversold here on the tether dominance, another bearish indicator compared to Bitcoin here. And the only positive that I see is the ETH Bitcoin pair. You can see that we are oversold on the ETH Bitcoin pair. So the only, hopium I can give you guys is if we see some type of rally here from the ETH Bitcoin pair, because the ETH Bitcoin pair has been falling down since the ETH 2.0. So the only if we break this pattern here, maybe we bounce up from this support at the bottom of this neckline here on this M pattern, which is a double top. We can break that because we are oversold and head back up. So the only hopium I got for you guys is the ETH Bitcoin pair. I don't think a lot of people pay attention to the ETH Bitcoin pair. Again, these are monthly charts. So you need to understand that this is nothing that's going to happen tomorrow, next week, or maybe in the next 2 weeks. These are monthly charts. So the way that we close September is very, very important, and it's going to give us key signs on how we will close out the rest of the year. So I know a lot of people want to be bullish, but on the monthly, it's telling us that a storm is on the way, right? A potential storm is on the way. And taking a look at some of the net liquidity here with the total altcoin market, we're just in no man's land as far as the total three, which is excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin. We're bearish, according to the Hakiashi candles, and we just need more liquidity. You can see here, and people would argue this. Some people would say, just come back when quantitative tightening is over, right? You can see ever since we've been going through quantitative tightening, we've been just going down as far as Bitcoin, altcoins, Ethereum, whatever, ERC20 tokens, whatever everything's been going down, right? The Fed balance sheet is huge. We've been in quantitative tightening for literally 365 days, which again, this is the monthly. This is 12 bars. We've been in quantitative tightening for 365 days, family. So it's hard to say to be bullish. I had a one-on-one earlier, and one of the questions that came up was, if I had a certain amount of money, I'm not going to disclose any of that, but how would I allocate my portfolio? And right now, I'm only about 25% in, family. I'm 25% in, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm prepared for new narratives. I'm prepared for new crypto coins that fit under these narratives, and I'm prepared for cryptocurrency coins that have yet to have a bull run. I did a video for you guys a few days ago explaining to you how important it was to have liquidity prepared for coins that have not had a bull run, okay? Somebody asked me in the comments, they said, Millie, when have you got so bearish on having diamond hands? Well, in crypto, if you're not gaining experience, what are you doing? Crypto is not meant to just keep the same mental capacity. You're supposed to learn. You're supposed to get better. You're supposed to have a better understanding on how crypto works. And if you're not progressing in crypto, maybe this is not the space for you. And diamond hands is dead, man. Like that diamond hands narrative, that's dead. That's dead. We're in a total different ball game, right? New people will come into crypto. Everybody's attention span is different. Everybody's goals in crypto is different. So you can't have that mindset, well, I'm going to just have diamond. Yeah, if you're buying Bitcoin at $1, of course, diamond hands made you rich and wealthy. That strategy does not work it works. Okay, let me get that. Let me rephrase my words. That strategy is not the best strategy unless you have a consistent income coming in. And That right there is the equation that a lot of people seem to not have solved. It should be an easy equation, right? Make as much money as possible, turn off your phone, and just let your crypto sit. But so many people, family, bought crypto at the tops and kept buying the dips. And I'm speaking about myself as well. Kept buying the dips that they just don't have the money right now to invest into crypto. It's not a priority, right? But that works if you consistently got an income. If you consistently got an income coming in, you can keep buying the dips because you have money coming in. But if you have a certain amount of money, you have to be a little bit more cautious, right, of buying those dips. Okay, so and that the range for that conversation goes so out because you gotta understand how much money you have in crypto. If you playing with 100 grand, then you don't have to buy micro caps to get rich or become a millionaire. You could literally buy 5 blue chips and get a 10x, right? And you're a crypto millionaire. But if you're playing with $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, well, then you have to take more of a risk, family. You have to take more of a risk to obtain the goals that you're working to reach. So understand where you're at in crypto. Understand the type of risk that you can take on. Because I think a lot of people don't understand it. I think a lot of people think like, oh, I got $1,000. Let me buy Hedera, Jasmine, and this token. Well, you'll probably get a 10x, 20x. You'll probably walk out with $10,000, $20,000. But that's not any life-changing liquidity. If you're not playing with 50K, 100K, then you have to have more risk, right? And we'll talk about a few cryptocurrencies that could possibly have more risk. Let me check my phone here, and just in case one of my guests hit me up and want to join the stream, because I love to hear other people's opinions in crypto. See if I have any guests that want to jump in. And y'all go crazy in the chat, man. Make sure y'all share this and let me know y'all opinion on the market, man. Are you okay? I just got a message. Are you all in? Are you 10% in? Are you 25% in? You don't have to do nothing but just post the percentage. If it's 5%, post 5%. If it's 10%, post 10%. If it's 100%, post 100%. But hopefully you guys can, kind of get an understanding of what I mean by having new liquidity, right? Having new liquidity into the cryptocurrency space. But a lot of bearish technicals on the monthly, which tells me that we could possibly go sideways or even go lower heading into the halving cycle, which is good, family. These are the 3 to 6 months that matter the most. In fact, this right here, this last little window we have before that line, which is the halving cycle, probably are going to be the most important months of your life for your portfolio. Let me zoom in for you guys. That's probably going to be the most important months of your life. Shout out to Ryan Lampin for the $2, baby. Let's get into it. Appreciate you, Ryan. Appreciate you. Man, I don't know if my super chat went through, but check out Bump. In my opinion, the best thing on Uniswap. Okay, just remind me before the stream over. I will definitely check it out. Salute to everybody that's part of the chat. But the next 3 to 6 months are the most important months of your life. Family, okay? Paul said he's 80% in. Paul says the problem is shitcoins have saturated the market and are causing a lot of people to lose money. This is scaring people off. That's true, man. A lot of people are losing money because they're holding on to shitcoins, to meme coins, right? They get so involved with the community, so loyal to these projects, so hold, or if you don't hold, if you sell off or you take profits, then the community tries to belittle you. That's not what cryptocurrency is about. The cryptocurrency is about making the best decision for you, okay? What is the best decision for you? And in an environment where we're lacking liquidity, we're lacking net liquidity, right? We're in quantitative tightening. Why would you put yourself in a position to hold a meme coin when the goddamn devs don't hold it? How many times we have to see the devs sell off their bags for you to realize, for the light bulb to go off in your head, that maybe I should have took my profits. They taking profits, so why are we not taking profits, right? I mean, it blows my mind how people in these communities become so cultastic, right? I love the word that I make up, cultistical, right? They become so cultistical about these meme coins, right? And just look at the flag I took from the Elon token, for instance, right? Just making a decision that was a very good decision at the time, has paid off at the time, and people not understanding, not going through historical snapshots, not checking, hey, the last 7 cryptos that were in the top 10 in 2016 didn't even break the top 50, yet alone have another bull run, right? So what's the chances of anything in the top 20 or top 10 having another bull run that was bigger than the first? It just doesn't happen in crypto. Now, maybe this time is different, and maybe Bitcoin runs to 200,000, 500,000, and we see some incredible bull run where some of these cryptocurrencies will have a bigger second bull run than they had the first. That's the only thing I could see happening logically that tells me that, hey, man, some of these cryptos could have a bigger bull run than the first one, but it's unlikely. It's definitely unlikely. Goblin says, any opinions on Tonic Seller? Tonic has been building, man. Tonic has been building inside the crypto bear, I would say, Tonic. But the problem with Tonic is the token, the circulating supply is just too many tokens, and the fact that they're not listed on enough exchanges. So definitely keep that in mind here. Appreciate that, Dano. Appreciate that, man. Dano. XRP says SHIB, Bone, or Lease if you could only pick one. Well, I'm picking Bone because I am huge on layer 2s. I'm huge on Shibarium and how it is a complement to Ethereum. But this is the biggest thing that I am bullish on about Shibarium, and that is the ability for developers to come develop, family. The number one, right, statistic that you want to focus on with any layer 2 or layer 1 is development. Are developers building? Is there high development activity? And that's how you garner if a cryptocurrency is bullish or not. I use this comparison all the time. Who wants to go to an amusement park where no one's riding the rides? It's so many cryptocurrencies that make these promises to us, right? But there's no developers, there's no builders, there's nothing happening in the ecosystem. So if you're investing in layer 1 or layer 2, make sure there is development activity. You have to know this, man. Your favorite YouTuber probably not going to tell you this is alpha. Make sure that developers are developing. Why do you think? So many people don't know that. People think like, oh, it's just Cardano or this cryptocurrency. But you go and check the developer activity. It's literally a ghost town. Shiba Inu is a gateway cryptocurrency. People know Shiba Inu. Developers want to build on something that's popular. All these shit coins will be minted on Shibarium when the time is right. But who wants to mint right now when we're in the accumulation stage or bearish stage? People are waiting for bullish momentum. Alrighty here. Yeah, man, I use the rainbow chart, man, as a historical indicator. Indicator right there. Anything else I want to focus on as far as the macro environment here? Okay, open interest. Pay attention to this website as well, y'all. This lets you know about the institutional interest of a project. I think a lot of people don't know how to actually use this. This is not meant to be used on a day-to-day basis, right? So coinalyze.net is the website. FTT is getting open interest, right? You want to, all right, grab your notepad, right? And for 30 days, log how many times your cryptocurrency is in the top 20 on open interest, right? You want to make sure that you have a cryptocurrency that's always floating around the top 20 on open interest. That is huge, right? You want to see that they have some type of institutional interest, and just pay attention to this website. You don't have to look at it each and every day, but just kind of like, go check it out, and oh, my crypto is there. It's there again. You might find cryptocurrencies that's here one day and never here again. So you got to look at this over the months and, take a step back and look at it from a long-term aspect here. But, we You know how crypto is, man. You know how crypto is. Y'all know how crypto is. Y'all know how crypto is, and of course, the hash rate hit a all time high. And once they drop the the FOC the FOC data, y'all let me know if y'all get that actually on Twitter here. My Twitter been going crazy. Yeah, share this and go follow me on Twitter, man. Crypto Millie. My Twitter been growing kind of fast lately. I'm verified. Go follow me. I'll put some links in the description after the live stream. Now, moving on along, because I know a lot of people are here for the 100x projects. Let me see if I actually got them pulled up here. All right, we got something. All right, salute to everybody that's part of that. Before I actually get into something, let me share this. Before I actually get into some of the 100x tokens, actually I want to bring one of my guys here on stream. So what I'll do is 1 second, y'all. Let's bring one of the guests here on stream and see what's going on. 1 second. 1 second here. Appreciate that XRP for the $5 for bold, baby, bold. Because I love to get second opinions. I love to get second opinions here. See if I can get my guy live on the stream here.
5+ burn.
Oh, he said, oh, it talked to me. It talked to me. Super chat talked to me. I forgot that was on. Salute to y'all. Let me bring the backstage guest on. All right, we got my boy Melvin Moves coming on right now to give his opinion on the current market, man. Make sure you guys go follow his YouTube channel as well. I'll let him introduce himself. Show on stream here. Melvin, you there, good brother?
Yes, sir.
What's the word, man?
Not much. Can't complain. The market's getting ready for Daddy Powell to come out and talk.
Oh no,
so yes. That ought to be fun.
Yes, indeed. 1 second. Let me fix these volume here. I don't know why it's coming on my computer as well. Why would they do that? Microphone source, share video, Melvin Moves, collab source. Chat, can you hear Melvin? Let me know.
Hello?
Talk, Melvin.
How you doing?
Can y'all guys hear that, or is he low? Chat, y'all gotta let me know. This is my first time messing around with the collab cam. We're gonna let it roll like that. And it should be desktop here. 1 second. Alrighty. And all right, Melvin. So what's your give us an introduction, man. Your YouTube, so everybody can get an idea of what's going on with you, good brother.
Well, thanks for having me. And basically, my YouTube, I just share my thoughts and opinions. I like to look at the charts. So if you trade oriented, I share my thoughts towards that for a short term, and then as well as long term, building off of the smaller time frames and going bigger, essentially.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So I don't know if you was listening at the beginning of the stream, man, but I was looking at some of the charts from a monthly standpoint, right? I was looking at the DXY, Bitcoin, Bitcoin ETH pair. What's your opinion right now on the total market? What can we expect headed into the halving cycle?
I'd say right now it's in. If I'm not mistaken, I heard you mention something about how September closes. I do think September is one of the bigger months. Historically speaking, just for all markets, September tends to be the worst performing month, or one of the worst performing months. And seeing how we're not doing too bad and we're already halfway through is pretty good. And I do believe on, at least for the time being, Bitcoin has been holding up. It's about 24,800 low. So it does have room to still go toward the upside here. But overall, going into halvings, each cycle that you have had, starting back from, we're going to say 2015 it was, each pump that you had going up, and then you did ultimately end up leading into a retrace into making a macro high or low. So that would lead into your monthly time frame. I'm not entirely convinced that you've seen that, at least as of yet. However, I do also think it is quite possible that you could just like go up from here, but that would also mean that you'd probably end up chopping around for a while into like the halving and so on.
Right.
As for like the DXY, I think DXY could probably pop up a little bit, but it should be topped out for a good while. And then I know you also mentioned the ETH and Bitcoin pair. I haven't really looked at it, to be quite honest.
Right. The reason I say that, man, is because a lot of people would argue that the liquidity just isn't there right now in crypto, and that we are in the macro environment, of course, quantitative tightening. But there are the bulls that feel like we can start the bull run early. In my opinion, I just don't see it. It looks like even on the monthly, we're setting ourselves up for a lower high, and we have extreme support here at around 20K, around 17K, 20K. And even the Hakiashi candles are starting to print red, which tells us that we could potentially start to get some bearish momentum. And it's always bearish on the monthly when you get that blue line crossing over that orange line or the stock RSI. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think this is the time where you need to saddle your boots and start investing more as far as your DCA. But I want people to be cautious because if Bitcoin goes lower, I mean, altcoins could definitely set themselves up for a reckoning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like you said, it's not necessarily a bad time, but it's just been chopping around for essentially 2 months at this point. You even have like major support at like 25K.
Right. Are
Being
you
that major.
are you
I'm
heavily
sorry.
invested into the crypto market currently?
Um, Partially. I like to do a little bit more of trading, but I would say I'm probably like 25% in.
25%, man. Now there was a time, man, you know what I mean, and I noticed, I know because you've been on Vision Pulsar stream as well, that you guys even done some investing into meme coins, right? Um, and this is for all the Elon community out there. Are you still bullish on the Elon token?
Um, yeah, I would say so, but it's not. It partially you could say it has to do with the charts, but more particularly why I would be bullish with it is um most of the like meme coins, they don't have like any type of backing. They like say promise whatever, all that. It's a bunch of garbage that they hand you most of the time. um Elon, however, since it has kind of that backing with the I don't remember the foundation name, but they have like they're intertwined with them somehow. So them also having a large portion of the supply, I'm going to attribute to that. Not saying that it has to necessarily be like super bullish because of it, but I do think that has it's worth note taking.
Definitely, man. And yeah, that was the Methuselah Foundation, man. I know a lot of people that follow the channel, man, continuously be bullish on things like meme coins. I'm not. I know you're a trader because you do a lot of like day to day stuff. Me personally, you know what I mean. I'm still bullish on the fundamentals of the project. Definitely not the price action, but I think that if you're new into crypto, right? You just say you just woke up yesterday and you said, let's see what's going on with crypto. I think a lot of those new cats, this is the best time to get in on some of these projects because they're down 80%, 90%. And if you get into the right project with the right narrative and a pretty big community, I think that, what I'm saying, you're setting yourself up for huge gains heading into that next bull cycle. Are you from the halving cycle standpoint, because I know you do like trading and stuff like that on the charts, do you think that the 4 year cycle, do you think that it will affect cryptocurrency like everybody think it is? Do you think that we're just gonna have that bull run right a couple months after the halving cycle?
For me, somewhat pay attention to the halving cycle. I don't entirely because it's kind of just like many other things. You can write it off to being like coincidence. There's no like real measure, especially with the lack of history for Bitcoin itself. It's been around for a little over like 10 years now. So it has happened a couple times where it's been correct. You can also say election cycles, so on. But I wouldn't go solely based off that is the best way I would put it.
Yeah, man.
Like
Yeah, man. Uh, history could be different. I know a lot of people look at these cycles and they automatically think after the halving cycle, everything's supposed to go straight up. But what I've noticed, just based off some of the things we've seen in the past, we usually get a quick little flash crash dump after the halving cycle, and then once it scares everybody shitless because everybody's like, "Oh, we had the halving cycle, nothing's happening, it's going down." That's when we get that inception or start of the bull run. That last flash crash, I think everybody needs to be prepared for because a lot of people is just tapped out because they don't have no money. They don't have the money to continuously buy the dips. And even being a trader, which is good. I do a little bit of trading too, not as much as you, but just a little bit. I think taking advantage of those opportunities that you're getting with trading puts yourself in a position to actually have liquidity for those new narratives or new crypto coins that may come out. As far as your strategy outside of trading, do you hold any tokens for long term, or would you recommend people to hold tokens long term, or you're more of an in and out type of person? He may have dropped out. One second, y'all. I was in the midst of asking that question, and he may have dropped out. Let me get my guy back in here. All right, one second. Let's get you back in here, good brother. Alrighty. What happened here? You dropped out there. One second. And y'all make sure y'all go follow Melvin Moves on YouTube, man. We gonna get him in back in 1 second. I like to hear the perspective from traders, right? I like to hear how they think, man, because a lot of the whales that we see in the entire cryptocurrency space, some of those guys is daily traders, man. They get in and out of these cryptocurrency tokens here. All right, so let's get this back up. Let's get you back in there. Has J Powell started speaking yet? Y'all let me know in the chat. Doge did it, Shiba did it, Elon will do it. Hey, Crypto Archie, what's the word, brother? What's the word, Crypto Archie? We need to get you in the chat sometimes too, man. All right, join link again. Yeah, join link again, Melvin. All right, y'all. So until Melvin gets back, okay, it didn't start yet. Good, because I'm trying to figure out when it's gonna start. We're gonna let Jay Powell talk. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see if we get that 0.25 yet. You know what I mean? Or we gonna get that federal pause. Y'all let me know in the chat what's gonna happen. Spam the chat right now. 0.25 or pause. 0.25 pause or hop or skip or whatever they talking about it, man. We need some type of bullish momentum here in the cryptocurrency space. But y'all heard it from a trader, man. A lot of people are seeing the warning signs for just one more drop. We just need that one more flash, in my opinion, that's gonna solidify the fact that we are one step closer to the bull market. I just think on the monthly, when you look at the charts, we have to retest some of those charts. Gala Music says in about 18 minutes, we will go live with the federal rate hike. Pause, 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 pause. Appreciate everybody that shows up to the stream. All right, let's see if he joined this thing back. Collab Cam here. Send you another link there, brother. and then we're gonna talk about some micro caps. I don't know if I want to talk about them before or after J Powell talk, right? We gotta talk before or after. Sending out the link now. Melvin, join the link. All right. While he's about to join that link, I guess we'll talk about some micro caps that I've been looking at. So I want to talk about a narrative that I don't think a lot of people has talked about, and this is from my boy Miles Dooster, right? And we're gonna skip down to some valuable information right here, and it says, let me pull up my screen for you, family. It says last cycle, centralized exchanges were the only viable option for trading. But with the entire bear market of building under their belt, we're going to see top quality decks in centralized exchanges like execution, right? So there's a narrative going around of these projects that are centralized exchanges, but also are decentralized exchanges, but also have centralized exchanges. What's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like an infusion between the two. So it says, considering the current regulatory environment, the current shift from CEXs to DXs, and the rapidly improving UX of these projects, I expect that the next cycle will be a whole lot of new users trading on chain. And for that reason, it's wise to keep out for the best decentralized exchanges that are innovating and building top-notch infrastructure. All right. By top-notch, what you should be looking for is a clean initiative UI, stickiness comes from the UX, a diverse range of trading pairs, prompt listings of the hottest new coins, right? Competitive fees, a strong referral program. Now, y'all already know I'm bullish on crypto.com, right? And that's not necessarily going to change in the short term. But for me, crypto.com is a long-term hold. So I wanted to do some research and find some projects that were up and coming exchanges, right? We seen last bull cycle or even the bear market. What's that project? LCX did well. So I was looking for some of those projects that fit the infusion of decentralized exchanges and also centralized exchanges. And you can see here, one of the projects I came across was RVF, right? RVF has pumped from 8 cents all the way to 44 cents at one point. It's a very intriguing project. You can see right here, family. It's an exchange, but it's an exchange where you can swap your tokens through using interoperability. So you won't have to necessarily buy BNB to buy this token or buy ETH to buy this token, or you won't be able and you'll be able to swap Bitcoin for Ethereum, right? You want to kind of find these. And it's funny because I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Underworld, right? Action movie, right? Vampire movie. You got the vampires, you got the werewolves, and then you got the lichens, right? These next two projects are like the lichens, right? It's an infusion of centralized and decentralized exchanges. I'm extremely bullish here on RVF and what RVS could potentially become in the future. You can see here, Rocket X is the most advanced hybrid CX and DEX aggregator that makes it easy to compare prices across 250 plus exchanges to help traders with the best prices with every swap. From dApps institutions, we act as a middleware by simplifying access to global cryptocurrency, right? The market cap is only 17 million. The liquidity is 1 million, and it's only, it's less than 5,000 holders inside this project. So this is one to keep an eye out, family. It's been literally going crazy in the bear cycle. And when things turn bullish, I expect this project to do even better. It did, as of recently, correct and dip down under the 50-day moving average, and it has since been using the 50-day moving average as resistance. So in my opinion, guys, anytime you see something under the 50-day, and preferably the 200-day moving average, I always use those windows as an opportunity to buy. All right, the website is pretty clean. They make everything extremely easy, as you can see, ETH, BNB chain, and they are the middleman, right? The project that's going to make the interoperability between ETH and BNB chain. So no longer will you have to use Uniswap, or just specifically Uniswap if you want to be a super degen. No longer would you have to use just BNB chain if you want to be a super degen. Now you can utilize both and swap across both networks using Rocket X. This will be a huge narrative headed into the next crypto bull cycle. All right, let's see if he got back into that. Let me know what y'all think about Rocket X here. All right, I think my guy is back. All right, you back, good brother? Why is it not showing you on stream here? All right, you back, good brother? Can I hear you now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You are back. All right.
All right.
So yeah, man. I was just talking about some micro caps that I was looking at that I've been looking at. But as far as because I like to get both perspectives. I'm more of a holder, long term holder. I go in between tokens, but not as often as you. Even being a trader or doing daily trading, do you prefer to trade projects that are higher market caps like blue chips, or prefer to trade projects with more potential, more volatility like micro caps and small caps?
For like trading or holding?
Well, you can give your opinion on both.
Um, Trading, you're gonna want a little bit more volume. So Bitcoin or Ethereum, or if like you're doing stocks, then you can do all like the blue chip. Um, then I mean for trading, yeah, the meme coins are fine, but you're just gonna mitigate like a lot of risk. So um, it's pretty simple with on that end, I guess you could say.
Yeah, because
Because
I'm more into like micro caps with utilities. I'm more into gem hunting, right? Finding the Solanos before they become Solana, right? Finding the
yeah,
polygons before they become the polygons, right? That's what I guess that's what I'm asking. And even as far as your holding bag, you know, if okay, so let me ask you this: is there a low cap or micro cap that has sparked your interest throughout the bear market?
yeah, there is. Uh,
He started laughing.
I like Doge Chain.
Me and Crypto Archie talked about Doge Chain a little bit earlier, man. So what's your thoughts on Doge Chain? Because I know that it's similar to like a layer two, or people can build on it, and a lot of the Dogecoin community has migrated to Doge Chain. I think that project will pump, man. But what makes you bullish on it?
Um, well, the chart, not so much exactly right now. I mean, it's super low, so if people are fearful about it, I guess that is a good like indication to probably put something in, assuming that you can see any potential with it. But if it were to pop off and say we do get a bull market incoming, regardless, I do think these like prices right now even are pretty good. And if you were to do the math with like the market cap and what the circulating supply is roughly, if it gets, I forget what it was exactly, but like as crazy it may sound, it's at what, zero, and it has three zeros following
Yeah.
the decimal. It actually has potential to like hit $1, but it would need to have a run type. Um, I would say similar to Ethereum Classic, if I remember correctly, because it would need a couple billion in market cap. I want to say it was around like 15, but if you paid attention to the market cap for like Doge or Shiba Inu, those got up to like 70 billion, something around there. So
Right.
even just getting a small portion of that, you'd be looking pretty good. And that's just getting to $1, which you could buy a ton right now. Even if you're to do like 10 cents, you're still making like an astronomical gain from that point. And then every cent from there is you're pretty much doubling. And for the fundamental aspect, I guess, or the project behind it, I do like that it's a layer two and
Yes, man. One
whatever
of the
it
most bullish
does.
narratives in crypto right now. I'm looking at Doge Chain from the coinperspective.com. And I know you mentioned $1. It says if in order for Doge Chain to hit $1, it would need a $22.9 billion market cap. So you think that's in play? That's pretty hefty. But we've seen projects hit it before. Me personally, if this happened, that means Elon Musk integrated X into Dogecoin, and we've seen some huge rally from Dogecoin. And I think that if Dogecoin goes crazy, the potential is here for Dogechain. Yes, it is here. And the fact that you can build on top of Dogechain as a layer two gives it even more utility. I think it's actually a very, very undervalued cryptocurrency. It gets a lot of it gets a lot of hassle because you got the split communities where some of the Dogecoin community has accepted Dogechain as a project, a little brother to Dogecoin, but some of the Dogecoin community call Dogechain a scam. I've seen it. So it's like a 50-50 sentiment right there with Dogechain. But I think it has potential.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like any other coin, really. That is a micro cap. You're during a larger risk, just not knowing whether or not it will come to fruition or not.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So that's good to know, man. You got your a little low cap right here that you pretty bullish on, man. I chat. We got 18 minutes until the FOMC. Well, it should be like 10 minutes now. 10 minutes into the FOMC meeting. Actually, let's go check that and see if it's actually on YouTube or how long we actually gotta wait for it.
The rates got released today, didn't they?
Yeah. Did they already pause or what's going on with that? I didn't see it. I know Powell's supposed to speak, but I know they always drop it out. They drop out the okay, I think he's already talking. Okay, 2:30, 2:30. We got 6 more minutes, family. Go crazy in the chat. We got 6 more minutes until Jay Powell, Daddy Powell starts talking and controlling the market. Actually, let's check and see what's been going on. As far as Bitcoin's still at 27K, so that is positive, man. And again, Melvin, you know what I'm saying, it's an honor to have you on stream, good brother. What you been doing lately in the crypto space, man? What you been trading? Just Bitcoin and ETH?
Um, a little bit of that with the crypto. I've been actually switching over to a little bit more of stocks because I mean you've seen the stock market go up, so there's a lot more interest with it, a lot more like volume coming in. Which I mean that in itself, if it stands true that crypto typically follows the like stock market, and seeing how well it's doing, it just would mean that we're lagging behind currently, I would say.
Do you short the market as well?
Oh yeah, that's name the game. Make money both ways.
Yeah, man. A lot of people sleep on that, man. That's one of the things I want to add to my arsenal, man. I want to learn how to short the market, man. I want to get into that whole, long and short aspect of the cryptocurrency space. I think a lot of people miss out on money not learning how to make money on the way down. Just think about all the people that made. I'm pretty sure people made a killing shorting stuff like FTX, Terra Luna Classic. These projects that capitulated probably awarded a lot of opportunity on the way down.
Yeah, definitely. That's the great thing with trading over like holding. Holding is good. That way you'll get those like real exponential gains. So like if you're looking at 4, 10x or anything bigger than that. But with trading, you're like, I'm bullish here, and then you're like, you know what, that looks bearish, and then you make money sending it down.
Yeah, traders, man,
Make money no matter what.
y'all get a bad name in the space, man, because y'all don't believe in stuff like diamond hands and hodl. Y'all make money as y'all go, which I don't have a problem with it. I think we need that in cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, would you say that learning technical analysis, learning how to read charts, would you say that it made your crypto experience 10 times better?
Um, it's a great question. Actually, I started off more with holding.
Okay.
And then my thought process behind that was okay, so like I buy something and I'm holding it. I'm already up like a good bit, but I don't know when to sell. So I'm like, all right, how do I know when to sell? Then I would go on YouTube, the university of the internet, and I would like type in whatever, and then you see a bunch of like garbage candle or like channels saying that I don't know, Dogecoin is going to be like $1,000, and then I would like think that, then I'd be out of the money. So then I'm like, okay, instead of trying to get like information from external source, why don't I just try and learn how to look at the charts. And that's kind of what I ended up doing, which overall I would say definitely improved.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I always encourage people to try to learn as much as you can in crypto, man, and really get into, learning that information about the charts. For me, it increased my experience being able to, and I don't want to say predict the market, but when you learn a little bit about TNA, and trust me, I'm still learning as I go, it gives you that confidence on being able to call certain things in the space, and it puts you in a position where you can sort of predict what may happen in the future once you learn your shit. So the more that you learn about the charts, and a lot of people will say, oh, it only works on Bitcoin. No, technical analysis works throughout the space and not just on crypto. It works with other assets as well. So it's definitely a skill that I think if you're in this space, you would usually need to take 6 months to a year and just learn and sharpen your skill, man. I really like technical analysis and charting and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm about to tune into the FOMC. I ain't gonna hold you up no longer, brother. I just want to bring you on the screen and give your opinion on what you had going on as far as trading, technical analysis, and what you see on the market. Any closing statements, man, that you want to say before you go?
Um, just thanks for having me on. Everyone go follow Crypto Millie.
Yeah, and what's your YouTube, bro?
Melvin's Moves.
Melvin's Moves. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Melvin's Moves. We're about to move to the next sector of the live. Melvin, it's been glad to have you, man. We'll have you on again. And I'm going to tap in with you as soon as the live stream is over with, good brother.
Thanks, man.
See you with it. All right, there. All right, family. All right, so we about to tap in the FOMC meeting, families. Let's see what's going on. I think I had the YouTube pulled up here. What's that? Daddy J Powell about to talk, and we need to find out what's going on in the market. So what do y'all think about technical analysis, man? What do y'all think? What's y'all opinion on, technical analysis? Spam it in the chat.
Good afternoon, everyone. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. We understand the hardship that high inflation. Price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone. In particular, without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. Since early last year, the FOMC has significantly tightened the stance of monetary policy. We've raised our policy interest rate by 5.25 percentage points and have continued to reduce our securities holdings at a brisk pace. We've covered a lot of ground, and the full effects of our tightening have yet to be felt. Today, we decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged and to continue to reduce our securities holdings. Looking ahead, we're in a position to proceed carefully in determining the extent of additional policy firming that may be appropriate. Our decisions will be based on our ongoing assessments of the incoming data and the evolving outlook and risks. I will have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments. Recent indicators suggest that economic activity has been expanding at a solid pace, and so far this year, growth in real GDP has come in above expectations. Recent readings on consumer spending have been particularly robust. Activity in the housing sector has picked up somewhat, though it remains well below levels of a year ago, largely reflecting higher mortgage rates. Higher interest rates also appear to be weighing on business fixed investment. In our Summary of Economic Projections, or SEP, committee participants revised up their assessments of real GDP growth, with the median for this year now at 2.1%. Participants expect growth to cool, with the median projection falling to 1.5% next year. The labor market remains tight, but supply and demand conditions continue to come into better balance. Over the past 3 months, payroll job gains averaged 150,000 jobs per month, a strong pace that is nevertheless well below that seen earlier in the year. The unemployment rate ticked up in August but remains low at 3.8%. The labor force participation rate has moved up since late last year, particularly for individuals aged 25 to 54 years. Nominal wage growth has shown some signs of easing, and job vacancies have declined so far this year. Although the jobs to workers gap has narrowed, labor demand still exceeds the supply of available workers. FOMC participants expect the rebalancing in the labor market to continue, easing upward pressures on inflation. The median unemployment rate projection in the SEP rises from 3.8% at the end of this year to 4.1% over the next 2 years. Inflation remains well above our longer run goal of 2%, 4% over the 12 months ending in August, and that excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 3.9%. Inflation has moderated somewhat since the middle of last year, and longer-term inflation expectations appear to remain well anchored, as reflected in a broad range of surveys of households, businesses, and forecasters, as well as measures from financial markets. Nevertheless, the process of getting inflation sustainably down to 2% has a long way to go. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation is 3.3% this year, falls to 2.5% next year, and reaches 2% in 2026. The Fed's monetary policy actions are guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. My colleagues and I are acutely aware that high inflation imposes significant hardship as it erodes purchasing power, especially for those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation. We are highly attentive to the risks that high inflation poses to both sides of our mandate, and we are strongly committed to returning inflation to our 2% objective. As I noted earlier, since early last year, we have raised our policy rate by 5.25 percentage points. We see the current stance of monetary policy as restrictive, putting downward pressure on economic activity, hiring, and inflation. In addition, the economy is facing headwinds from tighter credit conditions for households and businesses. Range for the federal funds rate at 5.25 to 5.5%, and to continue the process of significantly reducing our securities holdings. We are committed to achieving and sustaining a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive to bring inflation down to our 2% goal over time. In our SEP, FOMC participants wrote down their individual assessments of an appropriate path for the federal funds rate based on what each participant judges to be the most likely scenario going forward. If the economy evolves as projected, the median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will be 5.6% at the end of this year, 5.1% at the end of 2024, and 3.9% at the end of 2025. Compared with our June summary of economic projections, the median projection is unrevised for the end of this year, but has moved up by 0.5 percentage point at the end of the next 2 years. These projections, of course, are not a committee's decision or plan. If the economy does not evolve as projected, the path of policy will adjust as appropriate to foster our maximum employment and price stability goals. We will continue to make our decisions meeting by meeting based on the totality of the incoming data and their implications for the outlook for economic activity and inflation, as well as the balance of risks. Given how far we have come, we are in a position to proceed carefully as we assess the incoming data and the evolving outlook and risks. Real interest rates now are well above mainstream estimates of the neutral policy rate, but we are mindful of the inherent uncertainties in precisely gauging the stance of policy. We're prepared to raise rates further if appropriate, and we intend to hold policy at a restrictive level until we're confident that inflation is moving down sustainably toward our objective. In determining the extent of additional policy firming that may be appropriate to return inflation to 2% over time, the committee will take into account the cumulative tightening of monetary policy, the lags with which monetary policy affects economic activity and inflation, and economic and financial developments. We remain committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal and to keep.
Get to the point, bruh. God dang, you going? What we doing, pal? Pal, what we doing, man? You sound like
Longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. It's essential to set the stage for achieving maximum employment and stable prices over the longer run. To conclude, we understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission. We at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
They all rose their hand at once.
Thank you, Colby Smith with the Financial Times. What makes the committee inclined to think that the Fed funds rate at this level is not yet sufficiently restrictive, especially when officials are forecasting a slightly more benign inflation outlook for this year? There's noted uncertainty about policy lags. Headwinds have emerged from the looming government shutdown, the end of federal childcare funding, resumption of student debt payments, things of that nature.
Hey, yo, what he do?
So I guess I would characterize the situation a little bit differently. So we decided to maintain the target range for the federal funds rate where it is at 5.25% to 5.5%, while continuing to reduce our securities holdings. And we say we're committed to achieving and sustaining a stance of monetary policy that's sufficiently restrictive to bring down inflation to 2% over time. We said that. But the fact that we decided to maintain the policy rate at this meeting doesn't mean that we've decided that we have or have not at this time reached that stance of monetary policy that we're seeking.
So we got another
If you looked
pause.
at the SEP, as you obviously will have done, you will see that a majority of participants believe that it is more likely than not that it will be appropriate for us to raise rates one more time in the 2 remaining meetings this year. Others believe that we have already reached that. So it's something where we're not making a decision by deciding to about that question by deciding to just maintain the rate and await further data.
Just like they did last year.
So right now it's still an open question about sufficiently restrictive. You're not saying today that we've reached this level.
We're not saying no. Clearly, what we decided to do is maintain the policy rate and await further data. We want to see convincing evidence, really, that we have reached the appropriate level, and we've seen progress, and we welcome that. But we need to see more progress before we'll be willing to reach that conclusion.
And just on the 2024 projections, what's behind that shallower path for interest rate cuts and the need for real rates to be 50 basis points higher?
Right. So I would say it this way. First of all, real interest rates are positive now. They're meaningfully positive. And that's a good thing. We need policy to be restrictive so that we can get inflation down to target.
That's why Donald Trump ain't like this
and
dude.
We're going to need that to remain to be the case for some time. So I think, remember that of course, the SEP is not a plan that is negotiated or discussed really as a plan. It's accumulation, really, and what you see are the medians. It's accumulation of individual forecasts from 19 people, and then what you're seeing are the medians. So I wouldn't want to, bestow upon it the idea that it's really a plan. But what it reflects, though, is that economic activity has been stronger than we expected, stronger than I think everyone expected. And so what you're seeing is this is what people believe as of now will be appropriate to achieve what we're looking to achieve, which is progress toward our inflation goal, as you see in the SEP.
Thanks. Let's go to Rachel.
Hi, Chair Powell. Rachel Siegel from the Washington Post. Thanks for taking our questions. How would you characterize the debate around another hike or holding steady? Is it discussion around lag times, fear of too much slowing, too little slowing? Could you walk us through what this disagreement was about at the meeting?
Yeah, so the proposal at the meeting was to maintain our current policy stance. And I think there was obviously unanimous support for that.
Ooh,
But this, of course, is an SEP meeting, and so people write down what they think. And you have some, you saw, I think 7 wrote down no hike at this meeting, or between now and the end of the year, and I think 12 wrote down another single hike in one of the next 2 meetings that we have between the end of the year. So it wasn't like we were arguing over that. People just stating their positions. And really what people are saying is, let's see how the data come in. We want to see, what we want to see. We want to see that these good inflation readings that we've been seeing for the last 3 months, we want to see that it's more than just 3 months.
So
right?
out of the 19
We want to see,
members, 7 of them
the
said
labor market report
cut
that
the
we
hikes.
received,
12 of them
the last
said
one that
one more,
received,
so we could
was a
potentially
good
get
example
one
of
more hike,
what we do want to
maybe
see. It
November
was a
or
combination
December.
of across a broad range of
Which kinda
indicators,
correlates to the
continuing
last crash
rebalancing of the
before the
labor market.
dash,
So
right? The
those
last
are the
little
2 things.
flash
Those are our
crash before
2
the dash.
mandate variables, and that's the progress that we want to see. But I think people, they want to be convinced, they want to be careful not to jump to a conclusion really one way or the other, but just be convinced that the data, support that conclusion. And that's why, given how far we've come and how quickly we've come, we're actually in a position to be able to proceed carefully as we assess the incoming data and the evolving
Still buy
outlooks
XRP
and risks, and make these decisions meeting by meeting.
I see. And in your view, I know nothing has been decided yet, but what would one more hike
Chat, let me
at
know
the end of the
if
year
this
do
hawkish
to
or
the
dovish.
economy or
Let me
to
know in the chat.
inflation?
Chat go
And
crazy
on the other
right now.
side,
Is
what
this
would
hawkish or dovish?
no hike do, if you could sort of game that out for us?
So, you can make the argument that
Or if
one
Jay
hike
Powell
one way or
just a
the other
clown,
won't
put the
matter,
clown
but
emoji.
for
Go
us,
crazy.
we're trying, obviously as a group, it's a pretty tight cluster of where we think that policy stance might be, but we're always going to be learning from data. We've learned all through the course of the last year that actually we needed to go further than we had thought. If you go back a year and what we wrote down, it's actually gotten higher and higher. So we don't really know and that's why, again, we're in a position to proceed carefully at this point. A year ago, we proceeded pretty quickly to get rates up. Now we're fairly close, we think, to where we need to get. It's just a question of reaching the right stance. I wouldn't attribute huge importance to one hike in macroeconomic terms. Nonetheless, we need to get to a place where we're confident that we have a stance that will bring inflation down to 2% over time. That's what we need to get to, and we've been moving toward it. As we've gotten closer to it, we've slowed the pace at which we've moved. I think that was appropriate. And now that we're getting closer, we have the ability to proceed carefully.
Okay, so let's go to Steve.
Steve Leisman, CNBC. Mr. Chairman, I want to return to Colby's question here. What is it saying about the committee's view of the inflation dynamic in the economy that you achieved the same forecast inflation rate for next year, but need another 0.5 point of the funds rate on it? Does it tell us that the committee believes inflation to be more persistent, requires more medicine effectively? And I guess a related question is, if you're going to project a funds rate above the longer run rate for 4 years in a row, at what point do we start to think, hey, maybe the longer rate or the neutral rate is actually higher? Thank you.
So I guess I would point more to, rather than pointing to.
All right, so I've seen enough, man. That guy is really, really breaking my attention span on this joint, man. He's giving me a headache. I've seen enough. All right, so this is the gyps of what he's saying, right? This is exactly what he's saying. He's saying it's a possibility we could get one more rate hike before the year's end, right? They paused this time, but they're still looking at data. They're still looking at stats. So we can get one more rate hike by the year's end, which would correlate, right, into, as I stated, a little bit of bullish momentum headed towards the end of the year one last time before we get to the halving cycle. So we just need one last crash, man. We need one last crash. But I'll tell you this, man, Bitcoin right now is being extremely stubborn upon what Jay Powell is talking about. It's like it's not even breaking 27K. Usually you see it wick down and drop down, a couple hundred, 500, even 1,000. But Bitcoin is holding up against Jay Powell words. So we might be at the point where the crypto market obviously doesn't give a damn what Jay Powell is talking about. Hell, I don't give a damn what Jay Powell is talking about, man. So, um, this is the 15-minute chart. We'll just have to see how much we actually do fall down before we rebound. But Jay Powell literally is not talking about. He's saying the same stuff he said for the last 6 months, man. We're gonna look at the stats. We're gonna look at the data. We're gonna look at the stats. We're gonna look at the data. You feel me? But I've never seen this much inconsistencies from the FOMC. Usually when they pause, they're done. I never heard about this pause, get back to hiking the rates, pausing again, hiking the rates. I never seen nothing like this before. So I will say that's a little bit different just based off what I researched as far as history. History is once they pause, they done. But it seems like because the inflation is so sticky, because they are set on getting down to this 2% goal, is just inconsistencies after inconsistencies. I see why Donald Trump wanted to fire his ass. Should have been got him up out of there, man. Should have been got him up out of there. The hell wrong with Jay Powell, man? Jay Powell kills me, man. God dang, this guy is he's just he blows me, man. Pause. Blows me, pause. I don't know, y'all. But so yeah, we already see what's going on there. We'll continue to monitor this. We got to pause. I want to see the updated, if they updated the CME right here. Let's see if they updated it. Now let's see what's going on. If they updated the next interest rate for the next month, see what they got going on. September, November. So right now in November, it's a 67% chance of another pause, and then a 32% chance of a point 0.2 federal rate hike. And then if we go here to December, let's go to December. What they got right here? December, they got a 56% chance of a pause and a 37% chance of a 0.25 federal rate hike. So that's what we looking at, family. It's all comes down to this, man. The Fed balance sheet, because he said even though that they're pausing right now, they're going to continue to sell off their treasuries, which means they're going to continue to sell off this federal balance sheet here. Which again, until we get some type of indication that a federal rate cut is coming or the money printer gets turned on, we still are could possibly be in a bearish environment, right? Not a bearish market because we're clearly in an accumulation stage of the market, but just an overall bearish environment. All right, so yeah, it's just the same old, man. We just gotta continue to wait. We gotta continue to wait, and the market right now is, as you can see, it done dumped down to 27.1. The more he talks, the more the market's dumped. He's continuously being hawkish. So a lot of people are trying to trap bulls and trap bears. A lot of volatility during the FOMC meeting. But what's y'all thoughts, man? What are y'all thoughts on this? I mean, do we necessarily need another 0.25, or do we need to hit 2%? Do you think crypto gives a damn about inflation or the federal rate hikes? Do you think crypto has decoupled from the words of Jay Powell, the hurtful words here of Jay Powell? Because at the end of the day, family, we're still sitting here at 27K. So we got the pause. I want to move on to the last part of the stream, family, and that's talking about these 100x tokens, because that's what a lot of people are here from, right? 100x tokens. Now we just talked about RVF here, right? We talked about RVF. We talked about the narrative why we are buying or looking to buy RVF. But another project that came across my desk and I've been doing research on as of late is Blockbank. Now, I have not entered Blockbank as a trade. I do hold RVF, but I have not entered Blockbank just yet. You can see here, I wouldn't say it technically had a bull run yet. It's been around since 2021, but it hasn't had that run that everybody wants to see. And with the emergence, right, of these crypto banks, crypto cards, and these decentralized products that allow you to bank um, with the project. I think that this product here could be setting itself up for a nice little move. You can see here on the month, it's up a whopping 43%. All right, a little bit about what B Bank is. Block Bank is a ultimate all-in-one financial management platform providing investors with seamless access to centralized finance, decentralized finance, and neobanking. This Banking 3.0 platform gives users a crypto-friendly bank account, allowing them to easily manage and transact in both fiat and cryptocurrency. So, kind of like what MetaMask is doing, where you can instantly turn your crypto in fiat. You don't have to necessarily go through the whole, for crypto.com, for instance, like you got to go through a transitional period where you send your cryptocurrency after you sell it into fiat and then send it to the bank, or you put it on your crypto card here. Well, now you have an opportunity to immediately turn your cryptocurrency into fiat. They just recently partnered with MasterCard, so they're doing a complete transition of the name here. So I believe they're changing their name from Block Bank to Fidium. But Fidium, which is the same as Block Bank, they're the same. I actually did research on the team, the founders. They just recently got a partnership here with MasterCard. Okay, so that's huge. And this project is only sitting at a $4 million market cap. The circulating supply is 52% of the max supply, which we love to see. Not as much dilution or inflation, but still tells me that there are seed investors and VCs involved with this project. Because I talked to I was having a conversation with my boy Crypto Seth, salute to Crypto Seth, and he made a good point that when you see projects with 90% of the circulation or 99% of the circulation, it means the whales and the VCs and the seed investors, they can just dump with no what's the word I'm looking for? With no consequences, right? At least we know that when these projects circulating supply is not fully in circulation, they got to go through what you call token release schedules, where these tokens from VCs and seed investors are scheduled to release, like we see from Hedera. When the circulating supply is 90, 100%, that means they can dump whenever. They can dump everything whenever. So you want to have a good balance here. That's why I like projects that's sitting above 40, 50%. But I think a nice window would be 75 to 50%, right? 50% to 75%. I think once you get above 75%, it gives those seed investors, those VCs, and those whales who got in early an opportunity to just dump without a token vesting schedule. See, a lot of people don't know that in crypto, because even I didn't know that. And shout out to my boy Crypto Seth for putting me on that little bit of alpha there. So I'm going to watch Block Bank. I think Block Bank has a lot of potential. Banking done right. They have a very, very bullish partnership. They're also partnered with Polygon, Tron, Cardano, Avalanche, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Well, they probably hold these tokens on their platform. Not saying they're partnered, but you can see here, you can even get your own Visa card, HODL, right? And this project awards you an opportunity at centralized finance and decentralized finance. So they got a couple of wallet options for you guys. And again, you see a project sitting here at a $4 million market cap. It tells you that there is a lot of room to grow. You can also see that they just got a huge partnership with MasterCard, right? So if you missed out on those projects like LCX and those projects that pumped, and you're still looking for something that's similar to centralized exchanges but has an infusion of decentralized specs to it, right? I would look at something like Block Bank and also family RVF Rocket Vault. So keep those on your watch list. Do your DD, due diligence, and let me know what you guys think. I'm also very bullish on PlayZap. Y'all already know PlayZap, games for a living, and the entire gaming sector is something that I have been lately DCAing in. Actually, we'll do PlayZap first since it was the crypto of the week. PlayZap has found support here between 15 cent and 19 cents. So that's good to know, because this thing pumped a lot, right? It pumped from down here to 6 cent to at one point it went all the way up to 30 cent, and has since consolidated here and found a good support between 15 cent and 19 cents. So a consolidation period going on. I would say a lot of people are starting to accumulate the dip because this project is only sitting at a $3 million market cap. It has very similar, it's very similar to Nakamoto Games, and we've seen Nakamoto Games fly from 3 million to 30 million very fast in a matter of 6 to 8 months. I think the only knock on PlayZap is the circulating supply is only 10% of the max supply. But if you understand how gaming projects work, they need that liquidity to invest back into project, to build good games, execute, bring you a platform that's worth people coming and actually using. So PlayZap, I'm very bullish on PlayZap. Full transparency, I do hold a bag of PlayZap. I also hold a bag of GFAL. Um, they have some bullish partnerships and team. For instance, the EA founder is also the founder of Games for a Living, and these guys are making a huge splash from Web 2 and transitioning to Web 3. So, very excited on what this project can become in the future. GFAL been going crazy inside the bear market. I talked about it enough. I'm very bullish. I'm also bullish on Sophiaverse, right? So anybody who knows me know I am invested in the entire AGIX ecosystem. You can see here that Sophia on the daily charts is setting up for a huge double bottom here. You can actually see the double bottom forming here. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. You can actually see the double bottom forming here. So I expect, because usually when these new projects bottom out, they have a huge rally. I'm expecting a double bottom here from Sophiaverse. If you don't know what Sophiaverse, it's the Sophia AI of technology of machine learning, where they have deep machine learning. Let me rephrase that. Where she has her own personal token and metaverse, right? So you'll be able to build your own high tech um, artificial intelligence technology here, using your traits, your characters, and your personality implemented in Sophia, and having your own AI robot, or whatever you want to call her, inside the Sophiaverse. So I can see a lot of people interacting with this Sophiaverse, and all the little robots and stuff running around, and all the little personalities, and just, this project here, I think it's building up to be one of the top projects in AI. If it's gaming and AI, I expect Singularly.net AGIX to do very well. So I'm also expecting Sophiaverse to do well do well. Also, I also like the RWA narrative. One of my favorite projects is WeCoin. I've also been doing research as of recently on stuff like Prop C, Relio, and also projects that fit under the tokenization narrative like Galileo Protocol and Leo X. So, in my opinion, the top narratives in the next crypto bull run will be artificial intelligence, the gaming sector, and also family RWA, so tokenization. And Larry Fink came out and said the world will be tokenized. So again, that's extremely bullish. We get closer to these Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. I expect these RWA projects to go crazy. We initially got into this project at 170,000 market cap. It was able to rise at the heights to a $3 million market cap. It has since it ha- I don't want to say sold off, but it has since went on a downtrend, consolidated here between the 786 and the 1. So building support here down below the 786, using the 786 as support. I did a local fib from the bottom to the top, and this project here is looking like it wants to start to curl back up again, as you can see a a double bottom forming, and also bullish momentum forming here on the stock RSI. Do your research on WeCoin. It's one of the top RWA projects. It's a lot of them out there. And frankly, family, I'm going to be honest and real with you guys. I don't think we've seen the best of RWA products. I think the RWA product of the bull run has yet to be released. I think a lot of these developers are waiting till after the halving cycle to have sort of a sentiment idea of the sentiment heading into the bull cycle, and I think we have yet to see the premier RWA token for tokenization. So keep some liquidity on the side. Make sure you join the Patreon. These are my super Degen plays. If you're on the Patreon, you get this first. I just did my first one-on-one consultation a little bit earlier today. Salute to that person who, went crazy, man. We had a great conversation, and I learned a lot too. The crazy thing about these one-on-ones is just like you guys are learning, I learn from y'all as well. I try to stay humble and stay green so I can grow. So remember, RWAs, the gaming sector, and the AI sector. I'm not going to give you all my microcap gems on the live stream. Some of that is specifically for the Patreon. So if you are interested in what I'm buying and selling as far as low caps, microcap gems, be sure to check out the Patreon. After this live stream, I'll be sure to put the links in the description. So that gives you guys an idea of what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking at RWAs. I'm looking at low cap and micro cap gaming tokens. I'm looking at AI, and I'll tell you one more. I'm looking at layer ones, new layer one. So I'm very, very bullish on Onino here. We got into Onino around 5 cents. It went to 15 cents. Got a quick 3x, but I am holding this project long term. And I'm also bullish on Arion, which is also a new layer one. This one is new, family. This one I feel like it's going to be huge, man. It's going to do something crazy like Casper. As you can see, this project only goes up. Yeah, I'm very, very bullish on Arion Network here. Arion Network, let's give you guys an idea what it is. Arion Network is a next generation blockchain technology that aims to develop its own proof of area blockchain, providing faster, more reliable NFT exchange, a more real metaverse experience. And reward.
Undervalue channel right here.
Hold on, who was that? My AI bot just talked to me. And let's see what she had to say. See what she had to say. Crypto Seth, man. Salute to my boy Crypto Seth, man. Appreciate you, good brother. Gotta show some love for my boy Crypto Seth. Y'all make sure you guys go follow his channel as well. $2. The $2 spiff from my boy Crypto Seth. So very bullish on Arion Network. It's a new crypto. Like I said, get into these new layer ones, man, but find good ones because you can get wrecked. Perfect example of how I got wrecked just a few weeks ago. And not saying that this is a bad project here, but I got wrecked by Larium. I had high hopes for Larium being the next level, the next layer 2. And I got into Larium and I didn't take profits up here, and it just super dumped. They even raised the taxes on the community. So, every project ain't going to be a hit, man. Some of these low caps are hit and miss. I thought Larium was going to be the next up and coming layer 2. You can see the bearish projects, man. Pump and dump. Larium, and they haven't even replied to anybody on Twitter. Larium really, really hurt my heart, man. They let me down because this project had potential to be one of the top, be one of the top layer, be one of the top, excuse me, that was a tongue twister. Be one of the top new, top new layer 2s in this space. Y'all, I've been on live stream all morning. Y'all got to bear with me. I'm a little tired now. I did live stream with Crypto Archie. I did a one-on-one consultation on live, and this is my 3rd stream of the day. So please, I've been on stream for like 5-6 hours out of the day. So please bear with me. Salute to my boy Crypto Seth. But you can get wrecked. I didn't necessarily get wrecked with Larium, but I didn't take profits. I had high conviction and belief that this project was going to continue rising, like we've seen from stuff like Arion and Casper, but the wheels eventually fell off. So, full transparency, join the Patreon, man. Everything is not going to be a hit. Sometimes we miss, and I'm transparent about my misses, and I don't mind sharing that information with you guys. Unfortunately, Larium was one of the ones that was a miss. So, high risk. So you want to keep that in mind when being a super Degen. A lot of these projects can be high risk. All right, let's see what's going on. Did we dump or did we pump? Bitcoin is still sitting at 27K even after Daddy J Pound talking. That's what we want to see. I'm going to open up the floor to the chat. Go crazy in the chat. What y'all talking about, man? Let's see what the chat talking about here. Let's see what the chat talking about. Chat, what we talking about? Ryan Lampin said, "Don't forget about Bump." My apologies, Ryan. Thank you for reminding me, good brother. Let's do that for oh boy, Ryan here, man. And it better not be no scammy project, bro, because I call out projects. I don't have no problem with calling them out. Is we talking about Bumper here? Bump, $4 million market cap, circulating supply, 39%, max supply, 250 million. Bump. Okay, that means it can really, really rise. Only a $4 million market cap. Hopefully this is the right one. Is it a new cryptocurrency? Let's see. For the new, it hasn't had a bull run yet. What is the big thing about Bump? Let's see what it is. So Bumper is a DeFi protocol that protects the price of crypto assets. Users of protection set a floor price, and if the market crashes, their asset will never fall below that price. Importantly, if the market pumps, their asset rises too. Protected positions incur as incremental floating premium based on asset price. Blah 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 blah. Let's check out the website here with Bump. Let's see here. First, let's check out the Twitter. Twitter is going to give me an idea how the website. I hate clicking on random links. So I was going to check out the Twitter here. Bumper your crypto. Bumper protects the value of cryptocurrency using radical, innovative DeFi protocol. 34,000 followers. Okay, follow. Let's see who following. The people that I know following. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got going here as far as the website. Bumper.fi. Bumper your crypto. Take protection from downside volatility and crash. Earn yield from stablecoins by providing liquidity. So very, very interesting use case, right? It seems like one of those lending and borrowing cryptocurrencies, yet you're lending your cryptocurrency for them to use it to help protect, I'm guessing protect other clients from volatility and crashes. And I guess that's how you protect yourself as well through their lending and borrowing protocol. So I've never seen a project like this. Up to 250,000 in Bump token rewards. I mean, CheckDot is similar, right? There's cybersecurity. They offer DeFi insurance. So yeah, DeFi. I've seen a project like this. So DeFi insurance. This is very, very similar to CheckDot. This is very, very similar to CheckDot. I think DeFi insurances is a play. You can see, guys, I have CheckDot pulled up here as one of my top holdings, sitting at a $1.8 million market cap. As far as DeFi insurance, just because CheckDot has the AI, the AI play in his back pocket, I think, in my opinion, I would still go with CheckDot. CheckDot also has some pretty bullish tokenomics, just like Bump. Bump has some pretty bullish tokenomics, but CheckDot still has a smaller market cap, and it's been around a little bit longer than Bump, but it still never had a bull run here. So, and that's crazy. Why is the max supply not showing anymore for CheckDot? Because it used to show the max supply. So let's swing over here to CoinGecko, because that is an update I wasn't prepared to see. So now you're telling me that CheckDot could potentially have unlimited tokens. I don't want to see that. That would change my whole. Okay, yeah, so max supply, 10 million. I don't know what's going on with CoinMarketCap. But if you're into stuff like DeFi insurance, Bump, CheckDot, both projects have high potential. You can see here they offer DeFi insurance as well. Pretty neat, as you can see, yep, get insured, DeFi insurance. So pretty neat utility and use case from both projects. I hold CheckDot, so of course I'm going to be pro CheckDot, of course. And they just updated their website, thank God. That's what you want to see from some of these microcaps. Update your damn website. Meme coins. Hopefully you get the memo. Update your damn website. We're tired of going to the way you had 2-3 years to update your website. You're sitting on millions of dollars. Update your website. For God's sake. And now you can even connect your wallet here to CheckDot. So CheckDot building. CheckDot is building. All right. I like both projects, man. I like Bump. I like CheckDot. I'll have to do more research on Bump. I don't have a problem with Bump. DeFi insurance, there is a place with all the scams and all the stuff that happened with FTX and all this shit. There is a place where I see the narrative of DeFi insurance bringing back some pretty good gains. So very, I like it. Anybody else want to shield their token? Be sure to hit that super chat if you want your token shield. I ain't shilling unless you pulling up that super chat, all right? All right, we got 34 people up here, 29 now. Kashe Gas, you're late, baby, but you're here. That's all that matter. What's good with it? What are your thoughts on the ISO 222 coins? Is the narrative real, or all these YouTubers paid shields? Well, it's actually not a narrative. ISO 222 is really not nothing. It's a messaging system, right? And people turned it into a narrative. So it's no such thing as ISO 222 tokens, right? I had to find that out the hard way. It's frankly just a narrative, right? It's just it's just a messaging system that Swift and a lot of these entities are using for money transfer, right? So instead of the traditional way, they'll be using the ISO 222 messaging system for now on. I think that already went live last December, so you'll start to see Swift and the WEF and all these entities talk about the new messaging system and ability to transfer money, cross-border payments, basically cross-border payments. Will they do well? They do well, man. Anything with CBDCs and institutional interests will do well. A lot of these countries are trying to build CBDCs, so I think there is a place where you see these projects, these ISO 222 projects, do pretty well. Jasmine in the house, salute to Belina, man. I gotta school my boy Crypto Archie on Jasmine, man. I gotta school my boy Crypto Seth and Crypto Archie on Jasmine for sure, for sure. Search for high score BSC. Nah, man, you gotta hit that chat if you want me to search for that. Huge, what it do, kahunas? XRP, he is just a puppet for puppeteers. Don't be too hard on the man. Ah, man, yeah, J Pal. Buff Link, love your energy. Good seeing you collab with Archie. I got my bag of Jasmine to be a millionaire. Hey, appreciate you, Buff Link, man. We got to get Archie and Seth on Jasmine, man. They sleeping on Jasmine, man. They sleeping on Jasmine. All right, so we got the Fed pause. Y'all go crazy in the chat. We're gonna go live for about 18 more minutes, right? We'll go for 2 hours straight. Right now we're sitting at about an hour and 42 minutes. So this is the chance where you can go crazy in the chat. If you want me to shield your altcoin, just send a little something. It don't gotta be a lot. Send a little something and we'll talk about it. And let me know how y'all feel about this sentiment of the cryptocurrency space. Are you buying? Are you selling? Are you at the sidelines? Excuse me. Are you running out of money? What's the word? Y'all too quiet in the chat. Talk to me. Love y'all energy too. Gala Music says trying to appear hawkish and dovish at the same. Isn't that what he was doing for the last 3 months? Hawkish and damn dovish. Let me know if y'all want me to bring more guests. I should have hopefully I get my boy Archie, get my boy Seth. Would love to have EA. Would love to have my boy Crypto Galaxy come through again. That's always love, man. And hopefully some bigger YouTubers, but they going broke. Ben Armstrong, they going broke, right? Thank you for the explanation, Millie. Enjoying the content. Yeah, man, I appreciate you too, Jason. Yeah, ISO. I used to be one of those people that was ISO 200 to nah. Once you figure out that these man, and you learn, you live and you learn, right? You figure out that a lot of this that people say on YouTube is fluff, right? A lot of fluff in the cryptocurrency space. That's why it's so important to do your due diligence. What are your thoughts on Ben Key? What is that? What is Ben Key? I never heard of Ben Key. Yes, now's the time to accumulate, man. We got 3 to 6 months until the next crypto bull run, right? We got 3 to 6 months. 6 months to 18 months until the next crypto bull run. So, right now is the best time to accumulate. Yeah, but everything's down 80, 90%. I think right now is the best time to accumulate. Thank you, Crypto Nation. Thank you, man. Thank you. Y'all are going crazy in the chat. Appreciate you guys, man. Couldn't do it without you. I'm going to do more live streams right now. My schedule is so backed up and busy because I work. I do stuff outside of crypto. I would love this channel to be full time, but I was doing full time YouTube like 6 months ago. But the what's it called, the algorithm and the YouTube, the money from the YouTube, it just wasn't there. So I put myself back in a position where I can work, get as much liquidity as possible, right? And be as prepared as possible for the next crypto bull run, because this crypto bull run is going to be much bigger than the last one. Doesn't mean that the tokens that did a bull run is going to do it again, but from a liquidity standpoint and institutional standpoint, this bull run is going to be absolutely massive, family. Absolutely massive. And if you're not taking a chance right now to build up your liquidity, that's the most important thing right now. If somebody asks me, but Millie, what's the most important thing for you right now in crypto? Is getting as much money as possible, family. Getting as much liquidity as possible. So what I do, right? Because I work hard every day, just like you guys, right? And usually my free days are Wednesday and Saturday. But what I do, right, is as my liquidity is coming in, right, I'm putting away massive amounts in my savings account, right? Which, yeah, and I don't want to say it too confidently like that. So I'll just say savings, but it could be stable coins, it could be Bitcoin, whatever you consider your savings account, right? But I'm putting away lots of liquidity as we get close to the halving cycle. Now, I'm penny pinching into my blue chip. I'm DCAing into into low cap, micro cap gaming, AI, and RWA tokens. Understanding the risk, but also with the projects that I have high conviction off. So you'll see if you follow the Patreon or if you follow my channel for a while, I talk about the same projects. If I get something new on my table, or if I do some research, some due diligence, and I run across something new that interests me, I bring it on the Patreon first, and then I let it, first I monitor it for like a month, right? I make sure it's not a fucking scam. Then I bring it to the Patreon, and then I bring it officially to the YouTube channel. So if you see me talking about anything on YouTube, I've done my due diligence, I've done heavy research on it, and that's when you know that I'm comfortable with that low cap or that micro cap. Because if I'm not, I won't talk about it on YouTube. I prefer to talk about my blue chips and kind of like stuff that the algorithms push out there. But I have an understanding that in order for you to 100x, 200x, 500x, you're going to have to add some risk to your portfolio. And I fucked up plenty of times. I sold Pendle too early. I got into Pendle at 5 cents. It went to 50 cents, which was a 10x. I sold my Pendle, and it ended up going to like almost $1, maybe like 84 cents. I think it did go over $1. I sold my Pendle too early, right? So that 5x could have turned into a 20x. I mean, that 10x could have turned into a 20x. But I sold too quick because it was a bear market. I was scared. I wanted my profits. You know what I'm saying? I was about to get rugged. I wasn't about to get rugged by Jay Powell, right? Appreciate you, Belina. Thanks for what you do about X. What do you think about XYO? I honestly don't think about XYO at all. I haven't done any research on XYO. Do you think Gala Music will pump or dump when it's finally listed? Well, the Coinbase listing kind of like took a lot of that out of Gala. Like when Coinbase didn't pick up the volume, the V2, it took a lot of investor confidence away with Gala. And on top of that, now we got the founders, right? We literally got the founders beefing with each other. They want to throw each other out of private jets. They want to sue each other for millions and billions of dollars. So now the sentiment is even more bearish. But I will say this. When there's fear, there's opportunity. And that's up to you. I'm going to leave it at that. For Gala, when there's fear, there's opportunity. When we all have 100K or more at the end of the next bull run, how do you manage that money? Do we leave it in USDC and take portions once a month to the bank. That's a good question. So I wonder if you sell your cryptocurrency. Let's say you take profits, right? But you didn't hold for a year. But I wonder if you are still holding your profits in stable coins. Does that still count for holding your crypto for a year? I always wanted to wonder that because a lot of people don't talk about taking profits and taxes, right? So you take your profits, but if you take your profits before holding that project for 1 year, this is how they fuck you, right? They say, oh, well, you got to hold your project for a year so you don't got to, the taxes will come down on it, whatever. But if you hold your project for a year, you risk your profits just going down the drain. So it's tough. It's tough. Me personally, I'm taking profits at the peak. I can't tell you guys what price because then you could possibly front run me. And crypto is PvP. It's player versus player. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get front run by any of you guys, but I will be taking profits in the next bull cycle. Um, will I keep it in stables? Good question. Possibly, maybe, but we seen after the bull cycle, it's kind of risky to put your project, your profits in stables because that's how everybody got fucked last time, right? They put all their profits in stables and stable coins went to zero. So just take profits, man, and figure it out and we'll figure it out when we cross that bridge, right? It really isn't a good time to list the music token. They have a music token coming out. I didn't know that. Channels like yours, bro, you're gonna be big fish in the pond. So, God willing, right? Kashay, it's always beautiful to have you on the channel, man, and being able to see your comments, bro. I really appreciate you, man. You are consistent. I respect that. I don't think they'll have a music token. I think Gala came to the point, or maybe I'm wrong. They probably do got a music token. You probably know more about me, Gala, than me, because I haven't looked at it in like maybe 3 or 4 days. But for Gala, I think they probably understand at this point that they need to make Gala the true utility token across the whole verse, right? Gala needs to be the token you use to interact with the Gala ecosystem. So this is how a project has utility, right? When your token uh, can be utilized to interact with the ecosystem or staking or whatever, that's what gives it the utility. You can have a million use cases in the world, right? But if people don't need the token to unlock the use case of the crypto, is there a utility? I think that was always a question with Jasmine, and that's as of recent been a question with Shiba Inu. Well, Shibarium is coming out, but we don't really need Shiba Inu for anything in Shibarium. Well, I hold Jasmine, but I'm seeing people interact with Jasmine Labs and buying Jasmine laptops without even using Jasmine. So you would want your token to be that token is utilized. I think Jasmine they kind of dropped the ball when they did that. If you wanted the blockchain PC, right? And I get it, they want to be bigger than crypto, right? They want to be respected in the in they want to be respected as an asset throughout the sector, not just in crypto. But they should have made it to like if you want to get this blockchain PC, you have to first buy Jasmine token and then use your Jasmine token to buy the Viot secure PC or blockchain PC. That would have gave Jasmine a utility. Now, they made up for it, right? In order for you to monetize your data or lock your data or secure your data or have access to the Jasmine data lockers, you have to have Jasmine coin. You cannot interact with the ecosystem and monetize your data without holding a portion of Jasmine token. And I believe every crypto needs to have a gateway key, right? The key should be the token. In order for you to unlock the door, you need a key. The key should be the token. And a lot of times, projects drop the ball because they don't do that. They overthink it. Oh, we need a token for this. Oh, we need a token for that. Oh, we need a token for this. Hey, let's make a token for this. Just keep it simple, man. Just keep it simple. Is it really good? It's coming. The beams will be the music token. I didn't know that. You just put me on something. And Gala will be the gas like ETH. Well, that's cool. As long as Gala has to be utilized, I'm okay with it. In Gala Discord, they stated that Gala Music will have its own coin. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about this. I'm gonna have to do a video on that, man. Hey, add me on crypto on Twitter, Crypto Millie, on X, should I say Crypto Millie, man. Good channel. I believe if you trade, it's not the same as taking profits, especially on a decentralized platform. Taking profits is pocketing your money, then Uncle Sam racketeer you. Facts, SM. Thank you for that clarity. So if we take profits and we roll those profits into stable coins, technically our profits are still in crypto. So it's still like holding crypto. Is that what you're saying? If so, that's good. I would have to do more research on that, but that's good to know. Deli Amari, I never seen this name before. This is a new name. Salute, man. Welcome to the channel. Have you got anything to say about the recently listed SolarX, Novax, Dogecoin 2, Pep I, DTE on Mexi? Those projects may be good and they seem like new projects, but I would have to do more research on those. I definitely would stay away from Dogecoin 2 and Pepe YE. Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, I don't like 2.0 or 3.0 tokens. To be honest with you, I just do not like them. I do not like that, man. Like and subscribe, man, if you're getting some value here. Like I said, this is the last portion of the live, man. I appreciate everybody. Continue to roll in comments. We got 5 minutes left, family. Go crazy in the comments. We got 36 people in here. We need as much likes as possible. Appreciate everybody that has been given a super chat. All right. So we talked about AI today. We talked about RWAs. We talked about tokenization. We talked about layer ones, hot layer twos. What narrative is undervalued in crypto right now? You know, I'm asking the chat this. Give me some narratives that we haven't covered or you haven't seen a lot of people cover that you would call undervalued. Go crazy in the chat, y'all. Appreciate the hearts and everything that y'all been giving. Oh, what's up, User Rubber? Yeah, man. See, that's my guy. Crow fam. Oh man, what can I say about Crow? Crow. Oh, so this is what bugs me about Crow, and I want to be completely transparent with you guys. Okay, love Crow fam. Crypto.com. I like the partnerships. I like that they have been adding stuff to their to their app, right? The ability to trade options, right? Bitcoin, ETH, and they just recently updated. I like the interface, user face updates they've been making it more friendly, crypto user friendly, should I say, for crypto enthusiasts like us. But I don't like how crypto.com lists their tokens. They get everything late. So I wanted to do a video for you guys called Top Low Cap and Micro Cap Coins on Crypto.com, right? And then I changed it up. I was like, yeah, let's change it up. Let's say low cap coins on Crypto.com that have yet to see a bull market. So I was doing research last night, and that's why I didn't get a video out. I was doing research last night, and that was supposed to be the video for the night, right, for the Patreon, and then I was going to release it this morning. But it didn't happen because as I'm doing my research, I could not find any good low caps or micro caps on Crypto.com. Chris from Crypto.com, bro, I'm talking to you. You like to get your bags up first on all these coins, and I know y'all have the coins, but y'all don't release the coins. And even when y'all do, y'all don't release them to the states immediately, which is crazy. We see some super DJing plays on Crypto.com, but when you go to buy them, you can't even buy them, right? They need to be more open to new cryptocurrency. Crypto.com cryptocurrency list, the bucket of cryptocurrencies they got is ass, man. God damn, they got some old ass tokens and some old ass shit. I mean, the only new tokens that probably gonna do something is the Reddit tokens, man. Like, they don't have new tokens on Crypto.com. I think they need to be more like Mexi, more like Gate.0. You know, I know they want to protect the consumer because they are, you know, they got these partnerships and they work in the States. And that's probably what it is, the regulation in the States. But man, when I go to look for new coins on Crypto.com, the it really ain't that many choices. It's literally trash, man. So I love everything about crypto.com except their ability to add new tokens, micro caps and low caps. It's just not there, right? It's just not there. So I use crypto.com for my blue chip bag, but I can't find any good low caps, micro caps, or new tokens on crypto.com. They list is ass, and I was doing extensive research last night. Yeah, post dump. How do we do? Are we dumping right now? They need a launching platform. Also, a cold wallet who knows your profits. They've been trying to get some low caps on there lately, but it's always post. Gala, man, facts, bro. Facts, bro. It's like they get their bags up first, and then they list it late as fuck. Like, think about all the projects that they listed. They was so late to Pepe. They was so late to, man. They was so late. I remember when Arbitron first came out. They was late to Arbitron. They get all the low caps and new tokens late. Spell tokens been going crazy, and it's why I feel like there is a world where what's it called? Stablecoin tokens do well. So actually, let me show you guys something. There is a stablecoin token that I've been looking at. I think it's called SpareX. And this is on crypto.com. This is how y'all know that I'm not capping, right? This is on crypto.com because I was like, man, let me find a good stablecoin token because I seen Spell pumping and I was on crypto.com trying to find some stuff, right? And I came across this SpareX, right? Now, it looks dead, which is cool. It's a stablecoin. It has its own stablecoin token, right? But this is a DeFi project that could possibly do well when we get bullish. Stablecoin tokens won't do well, almost hit my mic, until we get bullish. Once we get bullish and everybody's doing exactly what y'all were talking about early, taking their profits and putting into stablecoins, right? People are not going to want to use the USDCs and the tethers because they're too centralized. They'll look for stuff like spell tokens and MIM, right? Magic money. They'll look for stuff like SpareX and all of these, low-end stable coins, which are highly volatile, right? But you can make big APY and all of this. They'll be looking to compound their tokens. So SpareX has its own stable coin, right? And you can see it's even listed on Coinbase. Crazy, right? You can see with SpareX token, at its core, SpareX has built the first all stablecoin USDs and a suite of DeFi apps. Okay, so this project is a prime example of a project that could probably wake up any minute and go crazy. But this is the thing, it's only going to go crazy in the bull run. These type of tokens are not good in bear markets. That's why Spell did so bad once everything turned bearish. But in the bull run, Spell tokens, SpareX, these stable coin tokens will go parabolic. I was talking to Archie about, like, DeFi is not dead. Like, it's just we're not bullish. DeFi only works in bullish times. DeFi doesn't work in the bear market because they can't sustain a lot of this shit. But in the bullish market, DeFi will return. And you want to have some real crazy DeFi tokens. This is like 99 down 99%, right? And I'm not telling anybody to go buy this token. It's on crypto.com. Do not go buy this shit. It's not the time. Please. I'm just giving you guys an example. Right now it's 203, down 98%. At the all-time high, it was 23 cents. Can you imagine this going back to 10 cent, 20 cent once everybody start using stable coins in DeFi again? Family, it's coming. Family, it's coming. And a lot of people will miss out. Liquidity is rare in the bear. That's true. Yep, I remember them offering Pepe after it pumped. Right, Jason? I think that's something, bro. Yep, when ETC and LTC pumped that market, the end of the... Yep, folks felt Gala music, not in-house launches. Spell token. Yeah, I like spell token when things are bullish, but I seen it crazy. All right, guys, I'm out. Salute to everybody. Like and subscribe. It's your boy Crypto Billy back. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. I might drop another video today. This is the day where I usually chill and do live streams because I got nothing else to do but be on the computer. So I might drop another video. I might just go live again a little bit later because I'm feeling like streaming right now. I'm feeling like streaming. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody that showed up. But y'all do y'all due diligence. Check it out. Appreciate everybody that gave super chats, like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, join the Patreon. Future Patreon joiners. Appreciate everybody, man. Y'all go kill it. The people that are in the space now will be the next crypto